Many people have wondered why there's this little dollhouse on Spring Street in downtown Pensacola. The short version of the story is that in the bustling Spanish port town of Pensacola in the 1790s, the name Patton, Leslie and Company resonated with power and influence. Founded in 1783 by William Patton and his Scottish associates, the company established itself as the dominant trading force in the region. But it's plenty more interesting than just the story of a rich guy with a nice house. One time we were coming down to City Hall for a meeting, and one of my colleagues that was in the car with me said, "Gee, I wonder why that little house is here." And I was so excited because I knew, so I started telling the story about William Patton and the Spanish and the trade and all that stuff. And it turned out that was a rhetorical question. She didn't give a damn. So it was really uncomfortable that she really didn't care. So I wanted to congratulate you. If you made it this far in this video, you already have more natural curiosity than that woman did. So give yourself some props in the comment section. Let's hear it for curiosity. Pensacola officially came under control of the Spanish in May 1781. It would remain under Spanish rule for the next 40 years. If you want to know how it came to be Spanish, just check out this video here. Now, in April 1785, Patton sailed into Pensacola with an assortment of goods he had assembled in British Nassau. But he faced challenges from the Spanish authorities. They were not about to give him full access to the Indian trade there. It was only with the help of Alexander McGillivray that he was able to maintain a foothold. Alexander McGillivray was a fascinating figure. A Muskogee Creek leader, he was the son of a Creek mother of the distinguished Wind clan, Sahoy, and a Scottish father, Lachlan McGillivray. Lachlan owed several large plantations, making him one of the largest landholders in the colony of Georgia. In 1773, he sent Alexander to school in Charleston, South Carolina, where he was very well educated. He learned Latin and Greek. But with the outbreak of the American Revolutionary War, Lachlan, who was a loyalist, returned to Scotland, and his lands were confiscated, which was a bummer, and I always thought him leaving his son and indigenous wife, who was from a pretty important Creek family, there with nothing was way harsh. McGillivray's understanding of both Creek and European culture, combined with his father's trading contacts, made him one of the richest Creeks of his time and very, very valuable to William Patton, which allowed Patton to get this great house. He built the house in 1785. According to historical records, it was a massive brick house, 3 stories, with a cellar built in the English style with adaptations for the southern climate. But historians have found no cellar. The shallow water table also precludes the use of cellars in Pensacola. We've never had cellars in Pensacola, just like we've never had tunnels under Pensacola. It was more likely that some room on the ground floor was designated and served the same purpose as a cellar, which is what is usually done in Florida. Yeah, I know the Christmas wreath is it's actually March. City needs to come pick that up. But Alexander McGillivray was buried on the grounds of the house, which would have been right here. And what I always thought was interesting about it, they said that Patton buried McGillivray in his apple orchard because it was a place that he loved. He loved to sit out in the apple orchard. So that means in the 1780s, apples grew well here. They don't now. That's how much things have changed. Alexander McGillivray died in February of 1793, and after that, Patton's dominance of the Southern Indian trade began to slip away. But here's something exciting that I just learned. Patton's nephew, John Innerarity, married Marie Victoria Calonne de Villers in 1806, and after that, the house became their home. And yes, the de Villers in this story is the same person that de Villers Street in Pensacola is named after, and the Innerarity is what Innerarity Point is named after. In 1848, the mansion fell victim to a devastating fire that swept through Pensacola. But the house wasn't entirely forgotten. The little dollhouse was built in the 50s to cover up some gas pipes. And I also need to add, before any conspiracy theories get moving along about portals to tunnels underground in Pensacola and Huguenots and a bunch of weird stuff, the door there, it doesn't go anywhere. It's just nothing inside. The door goes nowhere. It does not go down to the tunnels. I checked. I looked it up. There you have it, the answer to one of your many burning questions about Pensacola. Do you have another idea for a video we could do? Just put it in the comment section, and while you're at it, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and we really appreciate you. See you soon, YouTube.